Hello and welcome back to Season 2 of Hardcore Minecraft with me, DoMountain. I hope everyone is having a lovely day and is looking forward to some of the mischief and builds that we're going to try and achieve in this episode. Now, we are starting out back over here where I was collecting up sandstone last episode to build up our starter house, mainly because, well, I need sandstone, but I also was hoping that we might be able to find this buried treasure that is somewhere supposed to be down here. Now, I haven't had any luck finding it at the moment, so I thought, I'd just start working away and sort of digging up this area here, and before I knew it, time started getting by, and I thought probably should record an intro. So, that's what we're going to do, is just quickly clear up all of this sandstone. I hope to God that I can find the buried treasure, but if not, we shall see you all back at our starter house. Yeah, I can't believe it. I still cannot find where that treasure chest is hidden, and I'm starting to think that it might be a bit more closer towards being underwater, so I might need to wait until I've got some form of, water respiration to be able to actually survive a little bit longer while I dig. But, that's for another time. We managed to collect up quite a nice amount of sand and sandstone to be able to work on with today's builds. However, though, before we can actually kick off and start off today's builds, we do have a slight problem. What's the problem, you ask? Well, we finished off our house, and as I said last episode, it was a shell, more or less, because we didn't do any interior work. So it's time to, go in and... Louie, you better behave yourself. Last time I went to the house, you were too noisy. Please behave. Alright, but last time we left this as just the shell. As you can see, we have no interior work done. It's all just very, very plain. So I think what we need to do before we can move on and start working on something else is we need to actually finish our starter house's interior. We need to get all of that done. So I think, let's see if we can do this with the power of editing. I shall click my fingers and it will all be done. Whew, I clicked that hard that I even leveled up. Well, okay, let's see if it was enough to actually get the interior done of our starter house. Alright, Bluey, you ready to check it out? Yeah? Alright, let's go. Okay, so, coming into the entrance. Oh, look at that. We've even got a sign of what we need to make sure isn't outside of the windows before we try and make a exit out of here. Oh, that's really cool. Nice little bit of storage, everything we need. Coming on in. Armor stand. I do think it's probably time that we get out of our leather gear. It was fun for the first episode, but we do need a little bit more protection about us. But yeah, wow, yes. Continuing on, we're going to have our momentum wall where we put up trophies and lots of stuff like our rare 2-tall grass that we found in one of the villages. So yeah, this looks really lovely. Let's see what the second floor has in store. And yes, that is the map of the treasure that I just cannot find. I don't know where it is, but I'm not going to let it get to me. Let's go and check out the second floor. Opening the hatch, let's climb through. Oh, get up there. And, storage. Yes, lots of storage. Handy compass telling me where to go next. Extra stone cutter, lovely. Now, balcony, we've got our lanterns up the top here. Not to lie, that's a little bit iron heavy, so I might need to go mining in a little bit, but it looks very good out here, very good indeed. And, perfect. Store all our goods, and let's go up to the bedroom. Oh, look at that. We've even got like a little bonsai here. Ooh, another spot to hold maybe a bit more of an important higher up armor later on down the line. Yeah, Bluey likes that too. Oh, this is a perfect little bedroom. And if we head on up, lovely. We've got our nice little lookout where we can see all around our land. It's looking nice and clear up now, isn't it? But guys, I really hope you enjoy and like the actual interior that's sort of built up here, and I hope I did alright with that little transition into the different scenes, but I'm having a bit more fun with this series, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. But with our interior done, as I said, now we can move on to our next task and our new build for today, which I'm thinking might be sort of in that area just there to no, can't do that one, Bluey and my shoulder. And I think we should probably head on over to the creative test world because I've been busy again designing up our next build. So let's take it on over there. Alright, so we are back here now in our creative test world to show off what I've been designing for our crop fields so that we can make all of our gardens and everything in a nice, simple but yet really cool looking sort of setup. We're going to have a quick better look at that there, but I'm almost certain that everyone's trying to work out why is there a floating iron golem behind me. And well, it's to do what this one over here is. Because we're on a super flat world and I want to be able to have mobs coming on and off so it's not peaceful, we get the slimes spawning in, so I've just got these guys set up to take care of them and they stay out of my... What are you doing in there? Excuse me, sir. I was just giving a whole speech on how I've got these guys up here so you stay out of my garden. What are you doing? Come out. No, don't go back in. Go out. Go. So, like I was saying, I've designed up a nice simple garden that's going to be able to be really easily copied over into our world and just sort of, you know, transferable. I mean, anyone watching this video, if they like this design and that, I might even put up some pictures up on Instagram, but you can really easily change the texture and the color palette for it and it will work pretty well in any world, I reckon. But it's really simple. We're taking advantage of the fact that if we have, let me just get this there so I can replace it, a water source in the middle, then we can go out 4 in each direction to make ourselves our square, you know, pretty standard sort of crop farm setup. I've just got a jack-o'-lantern there for a bit of a more interesting lighting source than just trying to have a torch or a lantern or anything like that. And then I've just gone out to the edge, given it a lip of the sandstone, then given the chiseled varieties in the corner to sort of give it a bit more of that... Oh, wrong one there. Given it the chiseled ones in the corner, so it's got a bit more of a, you know, a royal, a cleaner look and finish about it. And then we just sort of go up with one wall of the sandstone and then into the spruce, not spruce, that's birch, got to change it. The spruce, the birch fences, with then the similar trimming to the rest of the roof over there. We've got the deep slate half slabs and then the, the spruce slabs there, before repeating this pattern again just to come up to a nice little angled sort of tip. It's just a bit of a break up in the sort of flatter shape that this was going to be if I didn't sort of give it that bit more of a poke out in the top there. But if you guys do see behind me and have seen other little clips, there are a few things that I would like to address while we're over here in our creative test world, so let me head on over there now. First up, I would like to say that I have worked out what I want the block palette for our roads and paths in this starter island to be. By the way, Mr. Pro Ranger, thank you very much for your comment left on the last episode. Thank you to everyone who has left a comment and a like on that. So much love shown on that one, so very much appreciative. But Mr. Pro Ranger did leave a name suggestion for our island. I just need to work on my pronunciation to be able to say it, but there is a name for it. I will get it before the end of the episode, I promise. Yes. But as you can see here, we have our block palette, which is just the very simple half slabs of the granite and the polished granite. Now they're only half slabs, so we can have hidden lighting underneath it and also save a bit on the blocks. We've got the mud bricks, which is something that I don't have yet, but we can kind of easily get up. That's why I want to get the wheat farm made up first. And then we can get some bottles just of water and then sort of turn the dirt into mud and build up from there. Now, I haven't found any dripstone yet, but I'm almost certain that there will be a cave around me that will have it, so I'm not too worried about that at all. Now that we've been on the sort of topic of food and trying not to starve to death in this hardcore world, we've got our 3 garden designs because I really don't see beetroot as a proper crop to grow. I am really sorry, all of you beetroot fans out there. It's just not for me. I'm sorry, it's just not for me. I have, in keeping with that theme, designed myself a bit of a dock system so we can also go fishing and, you know, collect up some fish. Now that's why there is a glass container around this water here, because I'm on Xbox, or I just don't know how to get myself barrier blocks so that I can actually have it there, just the water being held. It's just to hold the water, so I knew what it would look like with the sort of pier coming out. But I've designed up this really cool little dock, which I think is the way that I've never used glazed terracotta at all, but having it here in this sort of setup with the upside down stairs and the stairs to make the round sort of pillar, it just, I don't know, it gives it so much more of a stronger, bolder stance that I really want to use it. Now, we have seen as we were coming across to our starter island that there are mesa biomes around us, so that's not a problem to get, and we've also been getting up a bit of copper. Now, if we go over to what I've been designing up for like the footpath and everything else walking around a perimeter, these lecterns are going to be a little bit pricey, and we're going to have to start setting up a bit of a cow farm or something so we can keep a nice stock up of leather. I'm being able to get a nice supply of sugarcane, but we don't have any leather yet, so got to work on that. Other than that, the only other block we're missing is this honeycomb block, which really looks as a nice little trim underneath it with a bit more of that darker yellow compared to sort of the whitier yellow sand that surrounds it everywhere else, and I think it breaks it up really nicely. But guys, this is what I've been working on in our Creative Test World while I've been sort of in between episodes, and I am really happy with how this is coming up. I hope you guys are, and without dragging this out too much longer, let's head straight back over into the hardcore world and build ourselves 3 of these farms and get ourselves some proper food started. Alright, let's do it. Alright, and just like that, we have 3 of our farms built up over here in the hardcore world. Now, I have decided that while I was building these up that I wanted to have them just a little bit different from each other. So as you can see over here we have our wheat farm, which is pretty much almost a spitting image of what we had designed over at our Creative Test World, and it has the 2 high birch fences, which was that nice sort of height that I had set over there. But I thought because we've got 3 of them over here, we want them all not to look like just a carbon copy of each other. I went over and made the potato one. It's got a 3 tall sort of with the birch fence there to make it look like it's a little bit taller, stands out just a bit more, where our carrot one here behind me has just the 1 to sort of give it a bit more shortness, but still give us a bit more different height levels around here with our build, so that way things sort of stand out a little bit more and look more impressive. Now, with that said and done, we just had our first time lapse of this new world, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was brief, but it was a time lapse, and we haven't been able to have one of those for so long in our world because, well, our channel, because, well, the first hardcore series, our camera account, which is my Nintendo Switch when it gets turned on, he sort of decided that he wasn't going to actually do a season 1 with us. He didn't want the idea of playing in a hardcore world where he could die and everything was pretty much, we put him up on scaffolding and he's just like, stand there, watch me for a bit, it's going to get dark, but that's okay, we don't need to really worry about anything. And he's like, I'm going to die! But, look, we managed to be able to get him on board this time round for the brand new season. And, so I'm really happy to see that he's actually joined us over here. And, so, well, you got to come over and say hello? Say hello to the people. No, look at them and say it. So yeah guys, this is my Nintendo Switch we've brought over to be able to do a bit more camera work with our series and get a few more builds that sort of set up like, just do a bit more visual pleasing stuff with it, I guess that's what I'm trying to get at. But with this guy coming over here, I do believe that he also brought us some gifts, is that right? Oh, come on. You came all the way from spawn and didn't get me anything? Yeah, come on. Don't serpentine, just make it here. Don't stop playing up. Come on, what'd you get me? What'd you get me? Ooh. Okay. We're gonna need that because, you know, we're actually needing the packed mud, so all of this, what is it? The wheat, the hay bales, we'll be able to break down to get the wheat and be able to use to make some packed mud. So thank you very much for that. Have you worked out a place where you're going to live? You going to stay around here, or what are you going to do? Still unsure? Well, I mean, you could spend as much time on the island as you wish. Alright, but yeah, I mean, I'm trying to do an episode now, so if you wouldn't, thank you. Yeah, just get up, go on, up you go. That's it. Alright, no, don't go in those chests. Thank you. Thank you for that. Alright, guys. So, yeah, we've now brought over our camera account, and I'm going to try and get a bit more of that done. It also helped us be able to get some wheat so we can try and start getting some pathing set up around here, because, you know, a lot of the things that I wanted was those packed mud bricks, and we need a lot of wheat for that. Now, I didn't pick up any of it as we were coming back from spawn, so it felt like a pretty good idea to be able to collect it while I was getting the camera guy to come on over. So, I think with it getting night time, I probably should make sure that he finds himself a bed, somewhere to sleep. And, yeah, then in the morning, let's go over what I want to get done now. I'll chuck this in my inventory. Oh, I can see his name tag. He's down there. He's found himself a bed. Where does he set up? Is he going to my starter hole? Oh. Oh, hello there. Alright, I guess, at least make it look pretty for yourself. I'll cover you up so you don't get attacked by anything. Sleep well. Alright, so it is a brand new day, and, well, it is raining, but if we just walk over here into our savannah part of our island, it's not raining, so we can still talk and do things. So, what do I want to get done for the rest of this episode? Well, one of the things has something to do with those cows behind me. We are, as I sort of mentioned while in that creative test world, we're going to need a lot of leather to be able to get books, to be able to make those lecterns, so that we can get our bridge and everything, sort of all of our pathing areas done. So, first things first, I want to just get a makeshift cow pen, so it doesn't need to be pretty, and in fact, we might even, we're going to have to put you, yeah, why not just down here? So we just go through, place up a big enough pen, and we're just going to move over some cows into this area. So let me quickly get that done, and then we'll get on to the next part. And with the makeshift cow pen set up, let's now put some cows in it, shall we? Got myself some wheat, and there are some cows there. I was going to say, come on, you were right here before. Come on, buddy. Yes, follow me. Come on, cow. Where's all the cows gone? Second I want some cows, they're gone. Where, oh where have my bovinian friends gone? They've left us. They heard that I was collecting them up, and then they've taken off. I mean, I wouldn't blame them, but there were 4 damn cows when I was making the pen. Where are they all gone? Have you seen any other cows? Oh, right there. Hello. Now from 2, we'll get 3. It's going to be slow progress, but I'm not spending much more time looking for another cow. That was ridiculous. Alright, on to the second stage of things I want to have achieved by the end of this episode. Alright, so the next thing that we are going to require being able to start setting up now is a bee farm, because, well, we're going to need some honeycomb, and, well, collecting it this way is incredibly slow. Like, it is what it is. But I think if we set up a few more beehives, maybe breed up some of the bees and get a larger one, until we head over to the nether and we can automate this with, you know, observers and everything like that. I think if we just set up a few new beehives around our house and we can start harvesting like that way while we're doing our crops, that might be the smart bet to do. So let's build up some beehives and then try and get some of these bees to breed up and head over there. It's worth a shot. Alright guys, so as I said, I wanted to get some beehives set up so that we can just keep a bit more of a harvest going on with them. Bluey, please be quiet. Bluey! So, like I was saying, we want to get up a few beehives around here just so that we can start getting a bit more of the honeycomb to be able to start building all of the sort of interior walls of our supporting that's going to go, hopefully I'm imagining it all around the island. So to do that, I just want to start up with a few beehives up here. We can make 6 with what we had from being just collecting up in just passively through the ones down at the end there, and we've got 6 campfires. So this may not look the best from here, but you know, when we get silk touch and that, we can move them on later on, but just for now to be able to harvest up a few, I think it's going to work nicely. So what I want to do is, I just want to keep them up off the ground a little bit, so I might just go groups of 3, so I'll go 3 there, I'll go 3 there. Now let's grab ourselves, why not some of our chisel blocks? We might as well just use some of the blocks that we're building with. Perfect. Maybe we should, oh, this is just a temporary thing, but I still want to make it look a little bit pleasing to the eye. What do we grab some of them? Let's put one of them on each corner with a torch on it. Yeah, that's not too bad, just having them as some temporal sort of beehives there. I reckon they might last maybe an episode or 2. I'll go in and design something in a creative test wall, but for now, that's fine. We've got some flowers down here, maybe introduce a few more, but let's now try and get ourselves some bees over here. I'm sure that's going to be fun. Yes! That was perfect timing. I just saw one go in, I thought, oh, I'm going to be doing this forever. Work out who's getting evicted from the house and who's coming up there with me. Alright, you are evicted. Come with me. No, come with me. Don't go off into exile. I have a home for you. There we go. Go into one of the hives. What? What are you doing? Go in a hive. What? My friend, where are you going? Dude! There's nothing up there for... Where? They kicked you out of the house! You can't go back there anymore! There's no more... There's no house for you there. B, don't do this to me. Come on. Come on, you're breaking my heart. B, no, come on, no. I'm sorry, dude. I know, I'm sorry. But look, I've got a brand new house over there for you. You don't need this one. You got a better one over here, come on. You got like Bluey, who's going to keep you alert to any skeletons or creepers or anything. Ooh, don't look now. Don't look now, your ex is out. Just keep walking. Just keep walking. We're all good. Live here. No. She won't take you back. Stop doing this to me. Look, I know that it hurts, but there's no hive there for you. Stop. Mr. B. Come on, this way. No, come back. I did not think that a heartbroken bee would be the hardest part of this job. Come on. No! Greedy bastard said, I don't care that I'm in the mood, I want to go home. Okay, look, how about you? Will you come and be mine? You want to be a queen bee? Get all the respect. Not from that dick over there. Right, come back! Okay, well, actually, yeah, maybe you can breed. Good idea. Breed. Why'd you jump? Why can't you... Oh. Excuse me, sir. No. You were flying in unauthorized airspace. Please come back. Thank you. Oh. Hello. You gonna stay with me? I'm not even holding it. I'm not holding a flower. Come on. You gonna be my friend? Oh. Why? Why? I built you a cool house. I'm gonna move the bee farms down there, see if that works, then we'll be back. Stupid damn bees! Alright, look, I'm gonna rebuild this, but you guys better start fixing up your game. Excuse me? Yes, hello. No, I haven't seen your friends. I started a war with sheep, not pigs. Oh, come on. Go in there. He did it! Oh, okay, look, that's it. It works. I'm going to now repeat that over there, and I'm going to spend some time trying to get myself a fair few bees. There's a guy with a trident over there. Let's try our luck. Nope. Come on. Come back up here. Fight me like a true undead man. You can swim up here. I ain't scared of you. Just slightly terrified. Come on, swim up. Ow! Okay, you know what? We don't need to test our luck. I'm just gonna try and breed up some bees and then we'll be back for the third thing. Alright, see you then. So, a bit of time has now passed and I have finally managed to get quite a decent amount of bees in these beehives. I don't think they're all quite full, but I mean, they're fairly there to the point where each day I can get a full harvest, which is just enough for 2 blocks. I know, like, we need so much of this stuff. But, I mean, I've been doing a bit of editing, and as you can see, I just sort of come back along, harvest them all up, try not to miss any. And then once we've harvested them, I just place them back into this chest, and we're going alright. We've got at least now 3 stacks, and I'm not too sure. How many is it that you need to make 1 block? Okay, we've almost got enough for 1 stack, so I mean, it's not too bad, you know. I thought it might have been like you need 9 to make 1 block, but no, being 4, we might be able to actually get this done. But it is starting to get dark, and I'm kind of sick of my makeshift. I'm going to stand here so these bees can populate because I'm too far away in my house over there. So I'm going to go and get a good night's rest in my own bed, and then, yeah, let's have a discussion in the morning. Now, unfortunately, I did not quite realise just how long it was going to take us to accommodate for a homesick bee, a broken-hearted bee, whatever you want to go about it. I didn't think it was going to take us that long to actually deal with them. So, we're kind of running out of time for this week's episode. So, there's 2 things that I want to try and get done before we have to call it quits so we can get this one out and, you know, set up some stuff for next time. But those 2 things are, I would love to get started on the pathing behind our house leading up into the farms that we've worked on today. And I would also like to go back down to the mine where I was last episode and collect ourselves 5 diamonds so that we can get ourselves an enchanting table and a diamond pickaxe. Well, we have to get the diamond pickaxe to get the enchanting table because we need the obsidian. But I think that'll be a good start, a good way to leave things off on, and I can then start doing a bit of mining and actually trying to get some more iron and that sort of stuff. Because if we look over here, this is my. I know I need to put all this stuff in our house, but like that's all the iron that I've got. Did I have any? No, I didn't have any raw there. Let's, can I make... Ooh, okay, let's make ourselves a chest plate. Pants. A hat. A pair of boots. And I'm going to need a new sword. Okay, we just had enough iron to do all of that. I'm going to get Bluey off me because we're going to go back in the house. It's just going to be annoying because underneath this mound there is a small cave which I can't find to light up, but Bluey knows about it. So let me just get him off my shoulder and then let's meet up in the house. Alright guys, back in the house now, and I think it is time that we retire our first armor. Now, it's served us well and it's coming up almost broken, but I don't like to make it too long and hardcore, so let's just quickly get on with some fresh new iron gear. This is going to keep us very well protected. But wrong way. Let's put our first armor onto this armor stand here. Make it, you know, oh, what do you mean take the shirt off you? Make him look, oh, get out of there. Make him look a bit more like, you know, this is our home here. We have bits of our memories and our journey that we've taken along the way. And yeah, I think this is a really nice spot to put our first armor. So, let's now go out here and have a little bit of a look around, because this is where I would like to be starting to put in some pathway. Gee, I don't even have a shovel on me. How good is that? Let's quickly get a shovel. So, like, sort of we dig up all of this sort of stuff around here, mark out where we want our pathway to be, and we've got to make sure that we include all of this sort of section here. And also, you know, with all the other entrances, and so on and so on. You guys kind of get the point, and you also saw what I want to have in my design for this path. Now, I have yet to find any dripstone caves near me. I do believe that there were some that I saw coming to this spot, so worst case, I can just venture on back out there, or maybe on a live stream or something, and actually collect up some of that. But with all of the hay bales that our camera account brought to us, we are going to be able to set up and start making some of the packed mud bricks sort of blocks, so we can start with our pathway, because the other block there was the polished and non-polished varieties of granite, which will come up together really nicely. We should be able to get that done. So yeah, without stretching on about that too much, I'm going to just power on and get that done. But instead of us having to wait around and watch that, I think we might head back down to that cave and collect up those diamonds. So yeah, let's get to it. So back down here now in our little mine area, and we can see that, no, not this one. Here is where we found our first 2 diamonds, but it's a group of 2, where this one here is a larger group, and we can just easily collect up the 5 that we need. So I think we might just go from here. So it's 1,
2, 3, 4, and 5.
Leaving us 1 to spare. Let's put a torch back down there though. So now that we have our 5 diamonds, we can make our way back up to the surface and create ourselves our diamond pickaxe, as well as a... Wait, no. You know what? I want to spend a little bit of time down here in the caves, so I'm just going to make myself, if I can find it very easily, a crafting table, so I can make my diamond pickaxe just here. Perfect. Alright guys, I'm going to, you know, spend a little bit of time now just getting up. Mainly I want to get some iron. I also need cobblestone, because we're down to our last 56 pieces of it. So yeah, I might just get that done now, and then bring you all back up to the surface. We can go and have a look at our path, get our enchanting table, and wrap everything up nicely. So I'll catch you in a little bit. Alright, so we've made it back here safely now after doing a little bit of mining, and you know, the main reason of me wanting to actually spend a bit more time down there in the cave was to acquire a few more building blocks. And as you can see, I have started to put in all the blocks that we're going to be using throughout, you know, this build here of our starter island. And you know, I've still only got those 2 diamonds. I didn't collect any more. I want to be able to get fortune. To be able to do that, we did get some obsidian, and I picked up some lapis while it was around there. I still want to get fortune, pick up, be able to get a whole heap of it, but you know, I thought it would be good to actually have some now. And for those of you who are wondering how we went on getting some iron, not too well. We're probably going to need to spend a little bit more time down there, and maybe even actually just go find a mountain biome, or go back to spawn where there was still a fair bit of iron there. Alright, let's actually head on out the front way and build our enchanting table. Alright, back out here to our front sort of chest monster area, which I will start to do the great migration of chests in between episodes, but for now it stores all of our leather, which is not in this chest. It's in this one, as well as our sugarcane, which I think is back in this chest. It is. So let's make ourselves some books and a few bookshelves and try and see, well, wrong camera, how much of an enchanting setup we're able to, you know, prepare for. We managed to end up with 14 bookshelves. Oh, guys, that's one off of being able to have a max setup. So let's just go and quickly say hello to our cow friends, shall we? It appears our cow population is a little too young to give us some leather. Mr. Pig, have you seen any free-roaming bovine? There we go. Yes. But there we go. We have it. We are able to, next episode, and yes, I am going to leave the enchanting saga until then, but we'll be able to set up and build a fully setup for an enchanting table. Wow, I said set up way too many times there. Anyway, let's go and check out and see how the pathing the roads all went up. And here we go. I mean, I know that that's a big plain open space, but like, I think this really ties it all nicely together. And we've got a new companion. For all of you who have, continued on from season 1 of the Hardcore World, you would remember that over there we had a pretty sort of noble character called Spider Rabbit, who climbed up our enchanted tree that I was building and claimed it for himself and completely stopped all progress. When I was going through, and because, I place a torch down and then I go around with the leaves to make my bushes, we got a sheep that spawned in there. So, I've been feeding him a bit of wheat, but I'm calling him the bush sheep. And I'm pretty sure that he's going to be around for as long as we are. As long as no free-roaming dogs spawn in, he should be fine. But let's go around and just have a little bit more of a look at the path and how it leads on into all of these areas. Now, I've tried to continue a 3-wide path around all of them, so that way we can have a bit of space while walking around, but we can also extend it out a little bit and add on different areas. Like over here, I'm thinking we need to set up maybe just like a vine farm or something like that, so something small and compact that we could just have set up over here. I am thinking that over here, maybe next episode, maybe on a live stream or something, I want to build basically another setup of these farms, but I'm going to use the same flooring as our starter house and make it this farm storage area, so we can store all of our wheat and our carrots and potatoes and even cook them up, so we've got a bit of a food supply all over here without having to take up too much room in the starter house. As the night is setting though, I will go around and just make a few little final notes. I'm really liking the touches of the bamboo from, tying in that this is part bamboo, part savanna biome, so I do like bringing that in to sort of have it cross over around the whole area, as well as having these 2 tall, I'm not even going to pronounce these names because I'm going to stuff them up, but flowers just to sort of tie it all in. And I think it looks really good, except for the grass. Like, I'm not a fan of the half-dead looking savanna grass, and then how, especially over there, it goes back to nice and clear and all that sort of stuff. So I have been testing around from our mangrove trees. They leave the moss carpet. So I think next episode we're going to go out and have to try and find ourselves a mossy cave or a luscious cave to actually try and acquire that block and, use it around here as our grass block, because I think it does just take away a little bit too much that the grass is dying or deadier in colour. I can't do too much about the vines and that and the leaves. Well, I mean, I can use the azalea leaves, but for the vines, it doesn't bother me as much. I'm not gonna lie, it makes it look like we've lived here for a little bit of time and, it's aged around the plants. But instead of talking out too much, let me quickly go and sleep and then we can wrap this all up. Alright guys, so I hope you all have enjoyed the episode for today. We have managed to get a nice amount done. Like, we have these farms set up, we're getting a really sort of more, a more desirable place to live, I'm feeling, from how it's all coming up now. We've got ourselves quite a few bees, even though we may have upset them in the process, but I mean, that's up to you guys if you think we upset them or not. I'm not too sure. I know we've upset Bluey because he keeps hearing all of the zombies, and I'm going to try and fix that up between episodes. But yes, guys, that is all the time that we have in today's episode. So I hope you have enjoyed it, and for everyone who has tuned in to this long, thank you all very, very much. And until next time,